I want to transition to the UFC and Dana White. And I don't know if you guys know, but Dana White is pushing forward for, I believe it's UFC 249, where they're still trying to put on this event. And we're in this time of social distancing and quarantine. So from a sports standpoint, you have the competitive advantage. You may have one guy in New York where it's on lockdown, and how do you have a successful camp? And then you have maybe a guy in Montana where the cases are low, and like they're able to put on a full camp. And then from a moral standpoint, is like that one what you talked about earlier. That one guy could affect probably jeopardize the health of everybody in that facilities their health. So I want to hear like y'all perspective on this, because this is a big deal.
It's no different than how we're looking at the basketball players, right? Like, that's being selfish. You know what I mean? Like, you talking about, production crew and all this stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, what's the big deal? You know what I mean? Like, it's more than just you. It's gonna be no difference than the NBA players being locked down in Las Vegas, right? And the chanting crowd are coming in and getting somebody through the door. Yeah. If they're in New York and they got a big fight and they're trying to make a name for themselves, they're going to figure out a way to get everybody that, into that one room so they can train and get ready. Sometimes, as they say, and trainers have probably told us this each, right? Sometimes you got to save the athletes from themselves.
Yeah, you got to protect the players from themselves and the fighters from themselves. But the UFC just bought out a company from the NFL, almost like Experiences on Demand. So that was like they bought that from the NFL for like $800 million. And now they're looking at revenue and being able to pay off their debt. So their motives and their intentions is more, it's not about entertaining people or just giving us something like an escape. It's more so about their business.
So we're gonna sacrifice people's lives for business.
But it's supply and demand. Who is supplying entertainment athletically right now? Nobody. We just talked about it earlier, guy. We are watching NBA games from earlier in the season in October. Supply and demand. I don't want to sound like the capitalist on this show because I keep bringing up money. But that's what it is. You just hit it. We ain't got no football. We ain't got no basketball. We ain't got no baseball. We ain't got no hockey. Dana White can deliver us supply, and it is in high demand for athletic stuff. If somebody in New York can't train, but somebody in New Mexico can, somebody in California can't, somebody in Montana can, we as the demand, we don't care what happened. They're going to blow that whistle, and that ref sooner or later is going to say fight. And that's what we want to see. We want to see the supply. So UFC is about money. This is going back to money. That's why I brought up the capitalism thing, because that is who right now is trying to generate things to go, is people that want to make money. And they're not worried about the moral side. They're not worried about none of that. They're worried about the financial assets that can be gained from, if you do a sporting event during quarantine, you're going to have every eye in the world on it. And that's why they're doing it.
What everything that's going on in the world, why?
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about lives. I understand it's entertainment. Roll up some old stuff. I'll watch that. But that's not, as important to me than seeing that you make it out of this time alive, or Reggie, or everybody else that's in this room. You know what I'm saying? Or even the fans that might want to tune in to watch that crazy shit. Like, I'm a fan of it at the end of the day. But at this point in time, I don't give a damn about that. Oh, everything else, the economy, everything else is wrecked.
But I'm gonna use a reference. The dope man, when he dry up, are people gonna stop doing drugs? They're gonna find another dope man.
All right, I hear what you're saying.
Everyone is different.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
That's me.
I hear what y'all saying. The fight happens. Are you tuning in?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the sport that much anyway for me to even tune in.
Right.
Okay. You said you were a fan. Yeah.
No, I'm only a fan if.
Are you? No. I don't want to hear that. Are you tuning in?
If my fire stick clear, I'm gonna watch.